Atari adds Ubisoft IPs to its library. Nothing greenlit yet, but the door's open. Here are the titles they acquired. Number 1, Cold Fear arrived in 2005 as a wave-tossed blend of survival horror and third-person shooting from Parisian studio Darkworks. You play Tom Hansen, a U.S. Coast Guardsman who boards a Russian whaler in the Bering Strait and discovers a bioweapon nightmare, parasites, exocells, that animate corpses and ripple through the ship's crew. The game's signature trick is environmental. The storm-racked vessel constantly pitches and rolls, affecting aim, footing, and even the behavior of loose cargo, an idea Darkworks supported with bespoke tools and physics to make the deck feel perilous rather than decorative. It's a creature feature at heart, part The Thing, part maritime disaster, short, punchy, and fond of B-movie scares. It released on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Windows PC in March 2005. With a Metacritic score of 71 and a user score of 8.6 out of 10, and it have a cult classic status and universal praise. Number 2, IAmAlive arrived in 2012, and it is a very different kind of survival story. Quieter, meaner, and more human. After a catastrophic event, an unnamed man treks back into a dust-choked city to find his family. Combat is rare and frightening. The game's true tension lies in stamina-based climbing and in social encounters where intimidation, even with an empty pistol, can diffuse or escalate danger. Its long, troubled development, begun at Darkworks, ultimately restarted and finished at Ubisoft Shanghai, left it smaller in scope than the original pitch, but also more singular. A 6 to 8 hour, systems-driven trek about scarcity and moral trade-offs. It launched digitally on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network in March and April 2012, and on Windows in September 2012. Critics were mixed but often admiring of its atmosphere and ideas. It has a Metacritic score of 69 and a user score of 6.4 out of 10. Number 3, Child of Eden arrived in 2011. It swings the pendulum towards synesthetic spectacle. Directed by Res creator Tetsuya Mizuguchi and developed by Q Entertainment, it's a musical rail shooter set inside Eden, a far-future archive of human memory, where you purify infected data to resurrect Lumi, a virtual pop icon. The hook is how your actions play the soundtrack, locking on and releasing volleys in time with the beat folds your input into the music. Connect, Xbox 360, and PlayStation Move, PS3. Support extend that fantasy. You conduct the game as much as you play it. Short but transportive, it's remembered as one of the era's best motion control showcases. It launched on Xbox 360 in June 2011 and PS3 in September and October 2011. Metacritic lands on generally favorable, with score of 84 and a user score of 7.9 out of 10. Number 4, Grow Home arrived in 2015, and this is the charmer of the bunch. A small experimental project from Ubisoft Reflections that blossomed into a beloved mini-adventure. Your BUD, a wobbly little botanical utility droid tasked with growing a colossal star plant up through a floating archipelago, grabbing hand over hand with independent triggers for each claw, discovering flora, and improvising routes to altitude. The procedural animation and physics make climbing feel tactile and comic. Falls are slapstick 1 second, breathtaking the next. It first released on Windows, February 2015, came to PS4, September 2015 through Sony's Vote to Play program, and later to Linux, November 2015. Critics liked its freshness and feel despite the brief runtime. It has a Metacritic score of 75 and a user score of 7.5 out of 10. Number 5, Grow Up arrived in 2016, and this expands on the idea of Grow Home into a broader, planet-sized playground. After BUD's mothership MOM explodes and litters parts across a tiny world, exploration opens laterally rather than vertically. You scan floriforms to sprout jump pads, trampolines, and cannons, collect crystals to upgrade jetpacks and gliders, and chase optional pod challenges that unlock playful suits with small mechanical twists. It's bigger and busier than Grow Home, sometimes to its detriment, but it keeps the series' gentle, toy box tone. It launched on PS4, Xbox One, and Windows on August 16, 2016. Metacritic reflects a warmly middling consensus, score of 70, and a user score of 6.7 out of 10. What's the one move you want Atari to make with these franchises? Remaster, sequel, or preservation? Share your pick, and don't forget to like and subscribe to KaneLogic.